Country roads take me home. What's going on, Jerome's? Happy Thursday. And yesterday's main story was the Denver Broncos benching Russell Wilson in a financial move because they signed him to a stupid ass extension. He's guaranteed $39 million next year, and if he is injured, he gets $37 million guaranteed in 2025. So it's beep bop up a boop, a business decision. Even though the Broncos are sort of in the playoff race in the AFC. They're going to sit down Russell and try and protect themselves financially, and it's kind of funny. Jarrett Stidham walking on, no problem, man. And also, there's been a lot of drama behind the scenes, and the whole thing about Russell Wilson, stupid-ass Sean Payton not getting along, Payton yelling at Russ on the sidelines, all that stuff, and all right, so Jordan Schultz reported this. Souses to Bleacher Report, the Broncos threatened to bench Russell Wilson weeks ago if he didn't remove his injury guarantees. Russell Wilson's benching by the Broncos today is solely financial related and has been in the works for weeks per multiple sources with direct knowledge of blah, 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 blah. So, again, if you're a Broncos fan, first off, Russ is cooked. Russ is washed. Russ has been not good for the last couple of years. And also except for the Vikings in the fourth quarter. Except for against the Vikings in the fourth quarter. Great. But I understand what they're doing here. And the Raiders did this last year with Derek Carr. Washington did this a couple of years ago with RG3. Ironically, Kirk Cousins was the quarterback. But I don't know, things weren't going to work out in Denver. It was a mess with Russ and Nathaniel Hackett last year. It's a mess with Russ and stupid Sean Payton this year, and it's funny, man. And Diana Orsini, the Athletic, Russell Wilson is expecting to be cut by the Denver Broncos in March, per league sources. For almost 2 months, the quarterback has been starting, knowing the organization was most likely going to move on from him after the season. Also, our boy, Jumpin' George Payton, the GM, probably going to get fired. New ownership with the Broncos. Walmart is putting everything on clearance. Blue light special. Or was that Kmart? Doesn't matter. But Russ is gone. And you know what's amazing? So we'll get to the trade, which was so one-sided, and we Vikings fans know about one-sided trades. But Russ signed a 5-year, almost $250 million deal with the Broncos, and they haven't even gotten to the extension years yet. Because this year, Russ is still playing on his Seattle Seahawks contract. He's technically under contract through 2028, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing, man. But like we said, Russ has $39 million fully guaranteed in 2024. That does offset, which we'll get to in a second. But if he was unable to pass a physical by the third day of the new league year, $37 million of his 2025 compensation would become fully guaranteed. So it's understandable, all right? And looking back on this trade now, the Seahawks have made some dumb trades, like trading 2 firsts for Jamal Adams, but this one is it's glorious. So Russell Wilson and a 4th-round pick for what ended up being Charles Cross, who's a very competent starting tackle, Devin Witherspoon, who's one of the best young corners in the game. Love me some Spoon. Boye Mafe, a former Golden Gopher, starting to make some noise there on the edge. Derek Hall, Tyreek Smith, then also the existing Broncos players, Noah Fant, the tight end, Shelby Harris, who I think has always been a perpetually underrated defensive lineman, and also Drew Lock, who, solid backup, also threw the game-winning touchdown against the Eagles, and for that we thank you. So, this trade looks like ass. Thank you. And it's, not gonna lie, it's sort of up there with the Herschel Walker deal, because not only did Seattle get a couple of very solid players, especially Devin Witherspoon, I think is going to be a future All-Pro, but, Russ was washed in his last couple of years in Seattle, and the Broncos were just like all in. And stupid-ass Sean Payton is being a stupid-ass still. Reporter, it looks like Russ is taking the brunt of the blame. Sean Payton, I can't replace the entire offensive line. I can't bring in 5 new receivers. It's glorious, man. And he's also standing up there with a straight face saying that Jarrett Stidham could give the offense a spark. Jarrett Stidham's friends and family don't even believe that, man. It's crazy. And the whole thing about it is as Russ gets cut, the thing we do as Vikings fans is every single player that's available, should he be a Viking? And, of course, we're going to get that question now. The answer very quickly is no. No, I understand that Russ is slightly younger than Kirk Cousins, but Kirk, last 2 years, Kirk's game has ascended, and Kirk is playing at MVP level. Russ is just completely disintegrated. Like Russ has completely just like gone down the pooper. Now, we talked about the offset language. He does have $39 million fully guaranteed from the Broncos next year. So since that language offsets, any amount that he signs with his new team up to $39 million for 2024 basically reduces what is owed by the Broncos. So either way, Russ is going to get $39 million. He's not going to get more than that. So theoretically, a team could sign him to like a 1-year league minimum deal, and the Broncos would be on the hook for the remainder of that $39 million. So, no, still no, still absolutely not. I'm fully on board to bringing back Kirk Cousins. It's obvious that Justin Jefferson is as well, and also I like Jaren Hall. Also, they should be looking for rookie TBD. That's what the quarterback position should be next year. I almost said Russ. Kirk, Jaren Hall, rookie TBD, and that's it. That's it. No one else, especially not Russell Wilson, because you know what Russell would be like for the 2024 Vikings? This. Remember when Donovan McNabb was with the Vikings for a hot second in 2011? I mean, they cut him mid-season. Just great. Fantastic. And also, remember, Donovan McNabb, former Eagle, was traded to Washington, and then they gave him a stupid deal, and then he was cut very early on into that deal. It's exactly the same. So, no, this is not going to happen, and it's not going to be like a Yankee swap situation where we sign Russell Wilson after they cut him, and then they sign Kirk Cousins. No, ain't going to happen. God, I hope not. Also, hey, Kirk, if you're looking around, like, hey, Jerry Jeudy and Garrett Bowles, that's better than Justin Jefferson and Christian Darrisaw, please. But either way, it's glorious. Drama with other teams, it's fantastic when it's not your team. But your thoughts are thoughts. Broncos are benching and also soon to be cutting Russell Wilson, just eating a ton of dead cap, as well as it's on the bad side of the worst trade in NFL history. Finally, we're free. Vikings fans, we're free from being the team that sucked in the worst trade in NFL history. Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.